Hello folks, this is Travis of Elston Equine Solutions in partnership with the Clopton Cattle Company. A lot of folks ask where we're located. Well, we're located in the southeastern part of Arizona in the Rincon Mountains next to the Mescal movie set. So check them out on a link at the end of this channel, the Mescal movie set. A lot of fantastic movies have been produced there, such as Tombstone, The Quick and Dead with Sharon Stone, Tom Horn, and a slew of other movies. So check them out, but that's where we're located at. Now today, what we're working on is the backup. That was the first video I posted already. What we're going to do is the second part. And the second part is trying to get him claustrophobic on backing up. So today's purpose is we're going to use the gate of the round pen. You got a big arch, it's very claustrophobic, and I'm going to try to attempt to back gunner up into the round pen through this gate. Now you're going to ask, well, what's the big significance of that? Well, it's real simple. I see a lot of people that load a horse up into a small 2-horse trailer, got that middle divider, and they open up that stud door and they're trying to back the horse up and the horse doesn't back up. It's because claustrophobic in there, for one. Two, they never taught their horse to back up in something in a tight, confined space. Very handy too if you got extension stalls and you want to back your horse up out of that stall. It's real skinny because you don't want to get hurt inside there. You got to teach them to overcome their fear and to back up. There's a few principles we're going to use today. One of them is going to be my blood circle, using my body space. Number 2, we're going to use escalation of aid, ask, suggest, and tell. And we're also going to use another practice is reward to / try. That's another principle we're going to use. You'll see all that happening today. I'm using gunner. I'm not using a halter and lead rope. You can use that, a cowboy halter or rope halters as properly known. Today I'm just using my Hackamore setup, and there is a video posted on that, how to set up this technique. I like to use this if I'm doing my Hackamore horses. I like to train them what I'm going to be using in. All right. First thing is I'm going to look behind me, make sure there's no obstacles in the way that can get hurt. So I am going to move my rack. Open up my gate here. And I'm going to keep in mind the horse possibly getting hurt on that, so I'm just going to take the handle out. That way he doesn't get caught on it. Okay, now I'm pretty good shape now. So if you've done your homework on the backup already on the first video I showed you, I have never done this with this horse gunner, so I don't know if he's going to back up. So we're just going to see where he's at. So I'm just going to bump him over, okay? So you can see he's not very appreciative of having his rear end towards the opening of that gate, okay? So normally I like to see where they're at right away. So I'm going to bring them back up to it. And remember, you never drag a horse on a halter or a Hackamore setup. Good. So I'm going to have them back up good. I'm going to have them stop there, and I'm going to reward that. Good boy. Now he ain't doing too bad, okay? So I'm going to send energy down towards him. Good boy. Nice and soft. Good boy. Good boy. Good. He gets his wethers next to the opening of the round pen. I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to roll him. He's not really doing too bad. So what we'll have to do is grab another horse, make it a little bit tougher to show you the steps. Boy. So if you get your homework done, a lot of this stuff's pretty easy. Easier than making flapjacks. I'm going to have him go back some more. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so if I am inside of a stall, you got the barns, you got the stall doors and everything. With all my clients I've had in the past, I always told them, always back your horse up into your stall. I know we're using a round pen right now, but what I noticed is as soon as they're doing it, the backup was getting better on their horses. The backup out of the trailer was getting better, and the horses understood, okay? Because they know that you can control their feet, because you are connected to their feet. So I'm gonna ask them to come forward. I'm gonna bump, bump, bump. I'm not gonna use my hand cue. Have them come. Good. Now a lot of other horses, I wouldn't go this far forward. I would just take one step at a time, backing up. One step forward, go back. And we'll get another horse that hasn't, it's not as easy as this one to show you. So I'm gonna ask them back up, back up. A little bit of energy down my Makate lead rope here. And I want it fully extended. Good boy. Okay. I'm going to back him up one more step just because I want his nose out of there. So I'm sending a wave of energy down my lead rope here. Good boy. So he's nice and relaxed. He's easy pleasy, okay? And that's how it should be. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and grab another horse to show you, hopefully one that does it right, to show you what steps I use and which principles I use to get a horse going in and out. So if you're at your home watching this, give a round of applause for Gunner, because he did pretty good. I didn't have a clue what he was going to do. So there we go. Okay, so what we've done is grab a different horse. I've never, as far as I know, remember ever doing this exercise with Cutter here. Cutter used to be a stud tease horse till he was 12, and then we kind of gelded him. He's gifted to me from a good friend of mine from Rock and Bee Ranch down in New Mexico. Started this horse a long time. They kept him, good cutting horse stock, kept him as a tease horse. So now I just ride him here at the ranch for different things. So got a different piece of equipment on here. I got the halter and lead rope on, and we're going to see how he does on this. So first thing is I'm going to have his rear end towards the gate here. It'll be right in front of him. And I'm going to get him out of my body space. Now you see, they walk forward, kind of sees that back there. I'm going to say back up, back up. And I'm going to send energy down to his chest, okay? Dragging his feet, that's common. So if I have something like this, it doesn't like that back gate, and I'm doing everything wrong to show you how a horse doesn't want to move close to that gate, even though he's trained, okay? So if I have to, I might have to spin my rope. So I'm going to grab my coils head, okay? And I'm going to spin. Get him out, whatever I do to get him out of the way. Good. And I don't have a big circle in my hand. I just got a figured 8, so it'll pop right out. Good. And I'm going to let him think about that, okay? Good. So I know this horse doesn't want to get close to that. So what we're going to do, for most horses, including him, I'm just going to walk into the round pen. Remember, this is claustrophobic, okay? So I'm going to have him come forward. I'm going to stop him. I'm going to back him up. Back up. You can see he's a little wide-eyed there. He's got a little bit of whiteness in his eye. Wants to come out. Say, no, I want you to back up, back up, back up. Good. So I want him to think about this now. A lot of horses get real frantic. They'll come out here, they'll swing their rear end out. And what I do is come back in because I want to bring one step out, one step in, 2 steps out, 2 steps in. There's a lot of pauses for them to think about it. I can use my flag here if I want, or I can use my rope, okay? Whatever tools you need to get the job done. So I'm going to have them come forward, 2 steps. 1, 2. Good. Back them up 2 steps. Get them up out of there. Good boy. 1 more step. Good. You thought about it. I'm going to come up. I'm going to reward him by rubbing him nice and easy like. At first, he didn't know what to think about this, but I'm just going to take my time with it. People get in a rush. You know, human beings are the ones that created the clock, the time watch. You're always on schedule, horse isn't. So I'm going to take plenty of breaks for him to realize what's going on. Now I'm going to come forward. I'm going to ask for a few more steps. 1, 2, 3. Now right here, he did too bad. I stopped just off my bubble. I'm asking him back up now off my bubble. Reinforce it with suggest. And I went with the end of my ropes, swung it by his face on suggest. I didn't have to go to tail. That's the escalation of aid. Now a lot of horses, once that gate frame gets close to behind their withers, man, they take out fast, their hips swing out. And then you just got to reset them until they get comfortable. So my goal is to have the horse come all the way out. Good. And then have them back up. I want them to be able to back up without their hips going any other direction except for straight back. Back, good. Back, good. 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 So he's kind of stuck right there. So here's my ask. Nothing's happening. So now I'm going to suggest. Good boy. Good. I want you to take another step back. I want that head all the way through the end of my lead rope. I'm just sending energy down the end of my lead rope. Think about it good. Now you're just licking and chewing. Now I could have sent energy down that lead rope by saying he was thinking about moving that foot. So I didn't send it down because I was rewarding before it happened. Good boy. Good boy. And if you could do this in and out of something like this, shoot, go to the horse trailer next. Do the same thing. It's going to help you out tremendously. Not too bad. Do it one more time, and then we'll see if we can get a horse that. See how he walked in on me? I don't want him to walk in on my space. I didn't ask him to come forward yet. He was kind of hooked on to me. Now I want him to come out. Good boy. Good. 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 Good boy. All right, we'll give a round of applause for old Cutter here. He was a little hesitant, definitely not paranoid, and he got the job done, okay? Good deal. All right, folks, I went and got my third horse. We'll see how this one does. This is a very reactive horse that was sent here down to the Clopton Cattle Company Ranch to be rehabilitated. The new owners were having problems with this horse. It would go real fast, lose its rider, it'd go underneath tree branches, knock the rider off, and the worst thing is you back up, didn't matter what the speed, because it's so high-headed, to flip over backwards, okay? We got rid of most of their problems, but she's still a wonder, but she's a great work in progress. Like I said, every day we're making small steps forward, and she's doing very, very well. A good Mustang, and she's good natured. She just needs a little bit of help, so that's what we're going to do. So I think she'll be great for this demonstration. We'll have her back up in this round pen, and I definitely have never done it with Sancha here, so we'll do that right now. Now she's already looking everywhere. She's bewildered already about what's going on. So this is going to be a great horse to be able to use. She's looking around. Good. And she'll probably speed up. But if your groundwork is good, they're not going to run you over. Okay? Because remember that bubble space. That's one of the principles. If you've made that solid foundation, when they pop up, they're going to go where the path of least resistance is. Good. Just like she just about did there. They're not going to run into you. Okay? So I'm going to get her attention. Never step forward. You got one eye out of the gate, two eyes out of the gate. I'm going to let her study it. No big deal. Have her come forward again. I'm just going to vibrate. Vibrate. Good. Now I want her to back up there. Good. Good girl. I don't want her to zing. I do not want to destroy the confidence of my horse by letting it come all the way out here and then having to back it up. We're taking small steps at a time. People get greedy, they get in a hurry. Just work on it one small step at a time. The reason being, I'm not worried about the forward, I'm worried about the backup. I'm not impressed if she can go forward. Good, right behind the withers, I'm going to back her up. Good girl. Good girl. Good. So I'm going to come up to her and reward her. Okay? I don't bring the horse up to me yet because I don't want her to come up to me yet, because I want to make sure her backup's good out of this gate. Good. Good, Sancha. I remember when she first came here, she couldn't even back up off a lead rope and halter. You gotta get this homework in. Yeah. So we got her up to her withers. Now I'm going to bring her a little bit past the withers. So I'm just going to bump, bump, bump. Good. Good. Good girl. So she wants to please, which is very good. We've been trying to do that, getting trust from her. Okay, good. So now she's wondering, what's the deal here? I'll show you back up. I'm just holding pressure. You're slack at it, let her study it. I'm not in a big hurry. Come back, come back. Actually towards me, I mean. So I'm going to go off to the side here. Good, good. I want her to back up, good. See how reactive she is right there? But that's okay. Ooh, good girl. So I'm going to let her think about it. I might turn my back, let her think about it, but it doesn't mean I ain't looking at her in the corner of my eye. Okay, when I'm talking to you folks in the living room, I want her, that takes pressure off her to reward her. Now I'm going to try it again. Good girl. So see how she stuck there? Good. She thought, so I released her right on the thought. Release it. Good. I'm releasing on each step right now. This is definitely a horse that doesn't know yet. Good. I'm going to get her attention back to me. Back to me. And I'm bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump. She's going forward. That's okay. Bump. Good. Bump. Good. Good. I'm going to get her whole rear end out now. Good. I'm going to come up here, I'm going to rub her because she's out of here. Good. She's got her whole butt outside of it. I'm at a nice 45-degree angle. Her head's down, being very submissive and rewarding. And she's doing a fantastic job. Okay, now I'm going to ask her to back up. It's just like I was in a horse trailer. She thought about going that way. Good. 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 Good girl. Fabulous, fabulous on her. Good girl. And if these gates were a little bit closer, you'd see even more panic on a horse like this, okay? But no biggie, I'd go over to the same principles I'm doing now with this, getting her gate, all right? Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to go to the end of my lead rope. I'm going to have her come forward now. Good. 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 I got a nice slack in the reins, lead rope. She's very unsure. Very unsure at that door there. Good. Now you see she always points her left eye at you. She's got a lot more confidence at left eye than she does with that right eye. I'm going to come over here, bring her over here, and I want to rub this side too. Now I'm going to back her up on this side because that's not the eye. She's always been looking at me on this side, so I'm going to be on this side. Normally she's looking at me this side. I'm going to stay on this side. I'm going to stay on this side. Good. I want to make sure she's good on both sides. Good girl. Good. All right, we're going to bring her forward. And the more times you do this, repetition is key. It's the winning principle. The more times you do it, the better to get, the faster to get at it, okay? So if you can't do it with this horse, And it seems simple, it seems like something you should overlook. Please don't. Do it for the benefit of your horse. You don't want to be sitting there, get done with the trail ride. You get your horse in the back of your horse trailer. You get home and now the darn horse won't come out. And I've seen it happen. When I was down in Colorado, matter of fact, I was taking Cutter to get gelded, and I'm drinking my coffee, and I see this horse trailer, and I see this horse out there, and he got 5 people trying to load this horse up. And I didn't go there to ask for help because most people don't want free chicken. They think when you give them free chicken, there's something wrong with it. So I waited and waited, and they're trying to everything, get that horse in. They're slamming the horse's head. This vet clinic, the owner's trying to get this horse inside this horse trailer. And it was a horse trailer loading problem because they couldn't get the horse out the first time. So it didn't want to go back in. So I looked at that, and then finally I got done with my coffee, and I said, walked by, I said, do you guys actually need help? Because I knew they're at their breaking point, all of them there. They said, we would love it. So I took my coffee cup, put my truck hand back, and I got the horse inside that horse trailer really quick, okay? Wasn't that big of a deal. But that whole thing started because they didn't teach the horse how to back up, and then became a loading problem. All right, one more time. Get her out. Good girl. And I'm going to stay on this side now. See how that left eye's trying? I'm looking at this right eye. Looking at the right eye. Good. Good. I'm going to reward this side. She's letting out a little bit of gas, but I want to stay on this side. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stop getting diarrhea of the jawbone here. Hope you liked what we did today. It's very important. Don't overlook it. Thank you for checking out my channel. Please hit subscribe. And once again, look at the link at the bottom of this. I'm going to cover the Mescal movie set down here in Arizona. It's a fantastic movie props down there, and you'll see more of it over Facebook. Take care now. Adios.
I call